welcome.
Yes, today is a tech happy day.
Today is a tech happy day.
At least for this.
Yes.
Work has been a little shitty, but this has been smooth sailing.
Remember yesterday when I was like, yeah, he took today off, but it doesn't matter. I'm still putting him to work.
Yes.
Proceeding me with taking the biggest nap ever.
I love that. Yeah, I this week is like, well, you and I have talked about this. Oh, hi, Odd fam. Welcome back to Oddities.
Oddities. Stay strange.
I'm Cassie.
I'm Kelly.
Welcome back to Strange Town. As per usual, all of our information is in the description. Happy almost end of 2024. We're really close when this comes out.
So close.
Is this the Christmas episode?
I'm not sure. Let's look.
Might not be
I
quite
think
yet.
I think it might be the week before. I could be wrong.
Yes. It's
It is the week before.
Merry almost. I don't know if Hanukkah's over at this point, if it's happening or whatever. Kwanzaa, I don't really know the dates. That's my bad. Whatever everybody's celebrating, Merry Happy. Right, as per usual, everything's in the description. You know the drill. Social media, our merch, our Patreon, if you'd like to support our show, a link to our email and our website, all the fun things. As I was saying, I'm recording this the week after Thanksgiving. This is brutal for a couple of reasons. One, going back to work or your daily activities, what have you, after a long weekend, that is Thanksgiving, is garbage. But then compound that with the fact that Thanksgiving was so late this year, and there's only like 3 weeks until Christmas. My willingness to do literally anything at all is zero. And I know you feel
Yeah,
similarly with school for the boys.
absolutely. It is rough.
I have I have 14 more working days until I'm off through the end of the year. You have like that for Christmas, but then do you have to go back before Christmas into the new year?
we have we have 3 weeks total before the 2 week break.
Okay. Oh, a 2 week break.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
So,
Oh, that's nice. Stunning.
yeah, and I cannot wait for that 2 week break.
Yeah. It's gonna be tight. Yeah. So, anywho, the desire to do literally anything at all. I'm talking even send an email is like the most taxing thing in the world because I'm like, I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's at zero.
It's like, dare I say it, almost negative.
And like, I don't know about you. Well, and actually, like, I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden our social calendar is packed.
Okay, so I have the reverse. We were packed in October. I mean, well, yeah, October and November. Now, leading up to Christmas, it's much quieter.
Yeah, no, we have so much going on right now.
Brutal.
We On Sunday, we a friend of ours was turning 30, and so her husband surprised her with everyone coming to the light festival.
Fun.
And that
Yeah.
was so much fun, actually.
Happy
We all had a
anniversary
very good
too, by the
time.
way.
Thank you. And yeah, that was like double, so we celebrated our anniversary there too. And that was a great time. And we want Norwegian goats really bad. We sat there for a very long time petting tiny little baby goats.
Little babies.
They were so fun. Um, and just had a grand old time there. And then like we have stuff going on this weekend, and we have stuff going on the next weekend, and then like I feel like then it's Christmas. It's just-
I mean, yeah. And then you got to do all the shit in the meantime, right? Like wrap the shit and finish any
and decorate
shopping,
and yeah,
decorate.
it's just like it's one thing after another. I have beef with Amazon. I
Oh,
have big beef with Amazon. Ooh,
us. Why are we
the
taking down Amazon today?
the one thing the tall one is asking for. So like I don't know if you get them, but like we get the toy catalog,
Yeah.
right? So we have the kids go through it and ask, like, get what they, ask, what do you want to put on your Christmas list, right? The one thing the tall one asked for, it's in the Amazon catalog. It's not available. Like, it was discontinued like last year or something like that. Why is it in the catalog?
I'm gonna sue somebody.
I have, like, found it once, and it's like $300.
Fuck. What is it?
And it's called the RC Exploding Creeper, and it's a Minecraft thing, right?
Oh.
And it's like really cool and stuff, and I can see why he wants it. And like there's resellers on Mercari and stuff like that, and it's like $80. Okay, like,
manageable.
We're getting better, but I'm like, I'm pissed. Why would you put this in your catalog
if
it's not available?
Yeah, what the fuck are they doing? What irresponsible motherfucker. Now I got beef with Amazon. Now I have a fucking problem with them.
Because guess what? On Sunday when they met Santa,
Jesus Christ, it happened.
What did the kid ask for?
The RC Creeper.
That's right. Yeah.
That's
all
God.
He's asking for. So shit has to happen.
All right, well, there's retrograde kicking in.
Yep.
That sucks.
So,
I'm pissed about that. I'm sorry.
I'm sweating.
You're sweating.
I'm stressed.
Oh my God. Don't worry. You will find this thing.
Yeah. It's fine. Everything's fine. We'll figure it out. I'm just mad.
I don't blame you. That what an oversight. Like, how are you gonna?
Yeah.
It's like, did nobody like check this thing, like proof it before they put this out into like gazillion people's hands?
That's going into the Wicked Barbies and putting the wrong
the porn address.
Yep.
The way I was so tempted though to run out and buy like a bunch of those.
Same.
Because those are gonna be worth so much money in a few years.
Like genuinely, same in so one, because one, they actually look really cool. My face is hurting again. Two, because I really do, like, cannot believe they did that. That is a colossal mistake.
My greedy ass immediately was like, this is going to be limited edition and I'm going to be able to make a bank. This is an investment.
Do you know what that is in us? That's the Beanie Baby millennial in us.
It is.
100%. You can't tell me I'm wrong.
I'm telling you right now, you're not. When my parents move in here, like fully, when their stuff is delivered, they have all of my old Beanie Babies. I will be going through those with a fine-tooth comb to see if there's any money in there.
I love it. I love it. If I don't see Beanie Babies behind you.
Just like my whole wall. Just Beanie Babies.
I will be disappointed.
I'll be disappointed in myself. That's, I'm so pissed. I'm sorry, bestie. That sucks. And now you're in a really shitty position.
Yep. He asked the man in the red coat, I'm fucked.
Take all of next month's Patreon earnings. I don't want any of them, and put it towards.
Oh, stop! No, it's fine.
Put it towards the RC Creeper. No, this is important.
It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine.
FYI, we don't make $300 a month, everybody. But
no, we really don't.
We don't come close to it.
This is bringing up the year that I got the Tickle Me Elmo when I was, I don't know, 2-3 years old. My parents hunted high and low for this thing for me.
Yeah.
And they found it. And the storyline goes that my grandfather, who does not go to department stores, does not shop. They put it on hold and he said, I will stop and get it for her. And he didn't know this thing was going to go off and start like laughing and jumping around, right?
Oh my God.
So he had it under his arm and he's walking out of the store and he like squeezed it. It gave him a heart attack.
Oh my God.
Scared him to death.
Well, do you remember like the Black Fridays of yore when people would like murder each other, literally?
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure people got like stabbed and shit a couple times. Like
it was kind of scary times.
I do kind of miss that.
You miss those days?
It was like the purge.
People would throw punches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit was legit. Damn. I'm so fuck Amazon. And I have stocks in those people. I'm selling them. Fuck them. I don't want your stocks anymore. I hate you people. Um, all right, well, now that I have beef with Amazon and all of my gifts for everybody that I've ordered from Amazon came today,
Oh,
I'm gonna return
no.
them all. Fuck those people.
Did you buy that sweater?
I didn't buy that sweater, but I might.
You should. You really should. The second
It's
he put that on, I was like, oh my god, Cassie's gonna die.
Kelly's husband got a Mothman Christmas sweater and it says Merry Mothmas. It's flawless.
It's perfect.
It's perfect. It's beautiful. It's like in the style of like an ugly Christmas sweater. It's perfect.
So, do you want to know why he got that sweater?
I do
We're
want to know
having
why.
we're having an ugly Christmas sweater party.
Oh my God, when?
2 weeks.
It's gonna be so fun. I'm coming.
Yeah. So, oh, please.
Hell yeah.
So, I didn't know I was going to be seeing his beforehand. He's not going to be seeing mine. I have to send you my options. I need opinions. But the
You're
best part about this is that we're going to be having the children judge.
you're coming to the right person, and I'll tell you why. I went to an ugly sweater party like 8 years ago, and I won. And it was a naked reindeer with little holly balls over its penis.
I love that.
I have a little trophy.
I might have the right people coming to the party for this, but again, children are judging, so maybe not.
Maybe not for the kids. I'm just saying I have expertise in this arena. I can help you.
The sweater that I have in the running right now lights up,
Well, that's automatic bonus points.
right?
We love a light show. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
So I'm looking forward to that part of it. So
Oh my God. Fun. Well, shit, we're not doing anything of that. I will say this. I think we are going to take a little trip to Hershey and go to Candy Cane Lane and check out their little lights and their Christmas tree. It's like a tree made out of kisses.
you guys live in Winter Wonderland.
You
I cannot
damn,
express that enough.
you're damn right, because we do have the horse-drawn wagon rides coming up again next week.
Yeah.
Dude, I believe it. Um, well, we're just about at our lucky 13 if you take out what just happened.
Yes, 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 we are.
So we're still
So,
we're still pretty close. So should we jump into the good times?
yes, we shall.
The
I went first last week.
Okay. So therefore, I will kick us off. You know what I'm pleased to share? I'm pleased to share that I wrote down which listener shared this topic with me.
Yay, who shared this with you?
This is from listener Brian. Thank you, listener Brian, for the
Thank
plat
you, listener
eye.
Brian. Oh,
We're talking about the plat eye. Every time I read it, though, I read it too quickly and I just want to say platypus.
fair,
But
valid.
it's the plat eye. It's a malicious, ghostly figure from the folklore of the West Indies, Georgia, and South Carolina. We're going like a little southern. It often takes the form of a like a big black dog.
Okay,
But it's
terrifying.
but
Love
it's a
it.
freaky bitch, and I'll tell you why. In its true form, a plat eye only has a single flat eye in the middle of its forehead.
I would expect nothing less.
So it's just like it's like a cyclops dog.
Okay.
And like when you think about that, it's really troubling. Like I find that
Yeah,
really
that's
like I'm
terrifying.
uncomfortable.
Continue.
So, plat eyes wander lonely roads, sometimes restricted to their own grave sites in the shape of an animal.
Oh,
Most often, this animal is a dog with a blazing eye.
okay.
It can also manifest as the ghost of the human it once was, or a cat,
Mm.
or a
Mm.
cow, or a person with no head at all. So tell me, where does the one eye go?
Where does the eye go?
Where, we just don't know. We just
Is
don't
it
know.
just an eye with a head? What?
I don't know where the eye goes if there's no head. These are the big
It's just an
questions.
eye?
At
Why
other
am I
times,
nauseous?
at other times, it might be totally invisible except for like a fiery set of eyes instead of just one eye. Um, Regardless, though, the best way to tell if an animal is being disguised as the plat eye is to look for the the eye. It's usually a dead giveaway. Um, Sometimes it doesn't have any shape and it's just a freezing, suffocating mist. So, in other words, we have many forms here. It's a little inconsistent, but the one consistency across it is it's freaky.
You're telling me.
Yeah. So how does this happen? How do we get a plat eye, you might ask, and I will tell you how.
I
It's
don't want to.
well, we're about to all become educated, so buckle up, kids. A plat eye is created whenever a person dies without a proper burial or is buried carelessly, thus unsettling their spirit. By that logic, I would
There's got to be
say
like a million of
there
them.
should be a shitload of plat eyes out there.
I'm actually very nauseous right now.
Are you?
I don't know why.
Oh, I'm sorry. So the angry ghost of the person, aka Plat Eye, it manifests as this malicious, shape-shifting being that harasses the people who failed to bury it decently. And at other times, it's the remnants of a person who has unfinished business on Earth, wants to cause trouble, or died unjustly and wishes to avenge its own death. And it wanders the place of its burial, unable to find rest, just like terrorizing people, honestly, for shiggles.
Shickles.
That's shits and giggles.
I love that.
Do
I have so many questions.
I don't know that I have answers for you.
But like, okay, so they have to be said anyways, whether there's answers or not.
Okay.
So you're saying if they're properly improperly buried that they can form.
Yes.
How many of these are just walking around a cemetery because they were improperly handled?
I know. Let alone the people who died and they had shit that they didn't finish, or like somebody pissed them off, or like whatever. Therefore, my destiny is to become a plat eye.
Yeah, at this point, like
Like, I think like 99% of humanity will become a plat eye.
I think they are.
I could get down with becoming a cyclops dog. Like, I could kind of like be into
I could
that.
I could be a cyclops dog or cat. I'm not gonna
You know,
lie.
like I could own that like vibe.
I'm thinking of Corey right now.
He'd be a worm.
Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski. He has no arms, no functioning arms.
There it is.
There it is.
This is very interesting. Like I am so intrigued.
Yeah. Um, Unlike other black dog spirits, because we have covered like several of these over the
Yeah.
course of the podcast, the Plat Eye is purely malevolent, or at a minimum, vengeful.
It's clearly not guardian like.
No,
It is
it's just
clearly
like a
here to
dick.
cause chaos. I love it.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it only seeks justice and the punishment of those who wronged it in life.
Okay.
Other times, it's simply just a killer.
I have a list.
I identify with this bitch. So, its appearances are said to be linked to the new moon.
Oh,
Um,
we just had one of those.
yeah, I don't
The
know.
first.
Maybe there were like a bunch of plaid eyes walking around and we just like missed it. I don't really know. Did you see any like one-eyed dogs walking around?
Not that I noticed.
What a shame. It is said that only people born with a caul over their heads can see the plat eye in its true form. And I was like, what's a caul? Caul. And I guess it's like a membrane that some babies have when they come out. And it's like on their heads. So anyway, those people apparently can just like see these bitches for what they are, not their dog form or whatever, but I guess just this sort of floating eye. In either case, they're bent on those plat eyes that are bent on vengeance would exclusively hunt the people that they blamed for their deaths. Others were more indiscriminate with their choice of prey. If a person encounters a plat eye, the spirit will begin to grow to a like an immense size, and eventually they will envelop and consume their victim. On the other hand, you might just have a plat eye that follows the person around and they don't do anything except for like harass them. and eventually drive them insane. Especially like powerful plat eyes could suck the souls out of humans. As we know, in terms of powers, they can shapeshift, they can grow to an impossible size. That's how victims are often caught. Like I said, the only way to stop a plat eye is to find the corpse of the person it once was and give this person a proper burial, thus causing the spirit to end its quest for vengeance and, like, basically just get over itself and move on. At other times, the punishment of the person who killed or otherwise offended the plat eye's living form would calm the creature. Um, so many would just refer to this thing as like a disembodied spirit, of those who have been wronged in some format. A lot of times it's people who have been murdered also. Um, the eye is said to be, quote, as big as a plate and blood red, which is freaky. Um, Plat eyes were prevalent just after the Civil War, but their roots actually go farther back than that. So Southern lore dictates that during the war, wealthy slave owners, worried about losing their fortunes, buried their treasure in dark woods and marshy swamps, and to protect their treasures until they could reclaim it, the slave owners would behead a slave, probably the one who they forced to dig the fucking hole to put the treasure in or whatever. Anyway, and bury it as a warning to anyone who would attempt to steal their treasure. And it was a common belief among many of the slaves that one spirit dwelled in the head, and so soon arose tales of a ghost that harassed people who came near the site of their death, morphing into the Plat Eye. And then during the Great Depression, the US government commissioned the Federal Writers Project, FWP, in an effort to aid unemployed writers and fund their work. And over a period of 2 years, from the mid 1930s, a an individual known as Genevieve W. Chandler interviewed over 100 individuals in the South Carolina Low Country as part of the project. And in May of 1936, she interviewed Addie Knox, a Gullah woman who describes her encounter with a Plat Eye. And the story is written semi phonetically and can be a little difficult to read. But Addie Knox describes how, while walking home at one evening around dusk, she passes by this graveyard and enters into the dark woods nearby. And at one point, she comes across like a fallen, like, cypress tree, and it's blocking her path. Um, and then on top of the tree, there's this little bullfrog like sitting there. And Addie explains that she sees the frog turn into a series of animals that get larger and larger. Um, so a frog to turtle to a black cat. She strikes. I know. She's like, she's like tripping. She's like, what the fuck is this shit? She strikes the Plat Eye with a stick several times, runs away as it chases after her, getting bigger and bigger. And she's finally able to get away from the spirit by showing no fear and trusting in God. And according to Addie, the Plat Eye cannot abide foul odors. So, to ward against it, people would often carry a mixture of equal parts gunpowder and sulfur in like a small burlap sack with them to ward the Plat Eye away. And anywho, that's the Plat Eye. The thing that's interesting to me is they say it originates before the Civil War in the West Indies. So, of course, makes sense that this would be maybe something that came over with slavery and kind of proliferated. And then it got kind of spread and probably a little misconstrued, I would argue, after the Civil War. That's just my best guess. And there you have it.
I have so many questions.
It's a freaky bitch.
It's a freaky bitch that I can totally relate to.
I 100% identify with this thing, and I want this for myself in the afterlife.
Yeah.
Like, I do want this for myself. Like, a fucking a big ass, creepy, glowing eye that assumes the form of whatever the fuck and just freaks the fuck out of people that have wronged me. Sign me up, dude.
Deal.
I'm
Deal.
I'm here for it. And do me a favor, don't figure out how to, like, get rid of me. Just let me do my thing. Um, this was a fun one. This was a spooky one. So thank you, listener Brian. I enjoyed this, and I like it when little pieces of lore of other cultures and beliefs like weave their way into history and stuff. I think it's super interesting.
It is. That was extremely interesting. I am intrigued, and I have something so far from that.
Couldn't. I mean, how could you possibly have anything like that? It is so weird.
Well, I have a conspiracy.
Oh, conspiracy theory. Okay.
And it's wild. It's so wild. It's the
I'm so excited.
how do I start this? It is the idea that Abraham Lincoln is, or no, that JFK is Abraham Lincoln reincarnated. If anyone could see your face right now.
I just needed to think really hard about that for a couple of seconds. Do tell. I do love to hear this.
So, buckle up.
Well, first of all, is this coming from someone or did you just find this shit?
So, I realized after you covered JFK that they have a lot in common, not just the big thing.
You knew where I was gonna go with that. I was like, yeah, they were both shot.
So,
Okay. Okay, great.
and yeah, no, there is like an actual conspiracy about this. So let's get to it,
Oh my
shall
God,
we?
sign my happy ass up.
Here's the thing. Both were elected to Congress. Lincoln was elected in 1846 and Kennedy was elected in 1946.
Uh-oh, it's starting.
Um, both were elected to presidency in the 60s. Obviously, Lincoln was 1860, Kennedy was 1960.
It's happening.
Lincoln felt strongly that all slaves should be freed, and that issue was the that word
Emancipation.
proclamation.
Oh, it was just doomed from the start.
It
Emancipation
was doomed.
Proclamation.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Kennedy was concerned with racial equality.
It's continuing. The
It's
parallels
continuing.
are paralleling.
Both married in their 30s to women in their 20s.
I mean, like you do.
Kennedy, both were shot on a Friday.
Oh.
Both were shot in the head.
Okay.
Both were shot next to their wives.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Both of the presidents were successors. Both of the president's successors. Blah, were named Johnson.
LOL.
Lincoln was succeeded by Andrew Johnson. Kennedy was succeeded by Lyndon B. Johnson.
Can somebody tell me real quick why Johnson is slang for a penis?
Yeah, I don't know.
Does anybody
actually.
know that? No? Okay.
No. Both were Southerners. Andrew Johnson was from Tennessee. Lyndon B. Johnson was from Texas. Both were born.
Both starting with a T.
Yeah. Both were born in 08. Andrew Johnson was born December 29th, 1808. Lyndon B. Johnson was born August 27th, 1908.
Shut the fuck up, really?
Both assassins, John Wilkes Booth, Lee Harvey Oswald, are known by their three names. This routinely done. It's common for many notorious assassins to be covered by the press with all three names. It's just interesting. It's just another tie. Like, this is weird, but also like maybe not. The carriage that pulled Abraham Lincoln's coffin also pulled JFK's coffin.
The same one?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay.
Abraham Lincoln had a secretary named Kennedy, and JFK had a secretary named Abraham. Or Lincoln.
You do have to admit, like...
Yeah, secretary named Evelyn Lincoln.
There's a lot of coincidences happening here.
Both Oswald and Booth were killed before they can go on trial.
Uh-huh.
So, that's interesting.
It is.
It's all just There's too many coincidences here.
It's weird.
And so thus this conspiracy was born.
What do you think?
Oh, and Lincoln and Kennedy each have 7 letters in their name.
Jesus Christ. What do you think?
I don't know what to think. It's pretty insane.
It's not just like 3 things.
It's not just
like,
it's a long
like
list.
Everything.
It's a very, very long list.
Wow.
It's insanity, actually.
I actually don't like, now I'm nauseous.
Oh, and the turkey pardon thing.
What about the turkey pardon thing?
Lincoln was the first person
to
pardon a turkey, and then nobody pardoned a turkey until JFK.
Yeah. Wow, I forgot that. Oh my God, I just covered that. That's weird.
Isn't that?
That's spooky,
That's
scary
spooky.
skeletons. Yes. Very spookala-bookala.
So, I don't know. This one might have
We might have
some truth to it.
Some basis
in a
here.
way. I have never been one to believe in conspiracy theories. This one has me spooked. There's too many. There's actually too many.
I rarely believe in conspiracy theories, but I do love conspiracy theories.
This one, I couldn't find this one to be factual.
Okay.
If this one is a fact, if like there is a document somewhere that is signed and true to, I don't know how they can make this true. I'll be honest. Lincoln had a secretary named Kennedy who told him not to go to Ford's Theater. Kennedy had a secretary named Evelyn Lincoln, and she warned him not to go to Dallas.
Dude, if that is the case, listen, I mean,
like that kind of seals the deal for me there.
For me, it's like, yeah, like of all the conspiracy theory shit, like I actually am a pretty staunch believer, I think, in reincarnation. So like, I'm kind of inclined to believe this shit. There's a lot of parallels there.
Yeah.
That's wild. Good find, bestie.
Yep. Another fun fact. John Wilkes Booth ran from the theater and was caught in a warehouse. Oswald ran from a warehouse and was caught in a theater.
Oh, my, how the turntables have.
It's weird. It is weird. I am uncomfortable with how many similarities these presidents have, truly.
It is like I said, it's not just like 3 things. It's like there's a shitload of shit here.
It's a long list. It doesn't stop. It's freaky.
I think this episode has very safely strayed into the realm of spookala bookala.
I mean, quite frankly, if Kennedy had a favorite hat, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean.
And when you think about it, I mean, Kennedy really was known for his very nice hair.
It's true.
Lincoln was known for his beard. There you go.
It's true.
But like, if he had a favorite hat, we would be, there you go.
That's what it would be. It would be Lincoln's fucking hat. That's, To me, this is a classic question of, okay, when can we call it coincidence? When can we call it, like, meant to be? To me, there are just too many coincidences here for it to be just coincidence.
Yeah.
Wow. Where did you find this?
Well, like I said,
yeah,
I had jokingly brought up hey, guess what Lincoln and JFK had in common, and not just the big thing, to my mom, because I was going to talk to her about the turkey pardoning to her.
Oh, okay.
And then she was like, she brought up the secretaries.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, oh, I didn't realize that they had so much in common. So then I like started looking up stuff. She was like, they actually have a lot in common. And I didn't realize that. And so I started looking up similarities between them, and I realized there was a ton. And then I realized there's a whole conspiracy hole. And I was like, this is too good not to cover. Holy shit.
You had to cover it at that point, yes.
Yeah, it had to be done.
Oh my God, fantastic.
I fell down a rabbit hole and it needed to be. I was like, this is
Spectacular.
so good.
Give me 14 of them. And it's just like total, I mean, it's basically total happenstance that you like really came across this. I mean, your mom's like,
Hmm.
yeah, and by the way, this. And then you started looking at this shit and it just kept piling up. That's wild.
Yep, it was crazy.
Wow. This was a fun episode.
It's fantastic. I loved this episode.
Fantastic indeed.
Fantastic.
Spookala, bookala, and fantastic. Wow. All right. Well, Odd Fam, per usual, do let us know. Do you believe in the Plat-eye? And if you don't, do you at least identify with the Plat-eye like we do? And do you believe this conspiracy theory to be true? I think I might.
I do.
Oh my God, that's like a
I
that's a
and I
rarity.
rarely agree with a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, this
So
is a rarity for us. Wow, I love this. Holy shit. I need to go think about this. So, until next time.
stay strange.